Here we are in Control Center. This is the dashboard, and this is the first thing you see when you go into Control Center. So the dashboard has a lot of widgets that contain useful information for users. We'll be coming back to the dashboard several times through the demo, but for now I want to highlight this document status summary. This is really one of the most important widgets here. This gives you really simple information straight up front telling you how many documents require your attention. So when you first log into Control Center, you can really quickly see if there's things that you need to take care of. So now let's head over to the left side here, and here we have the Browse Nav. From here, this is completely customizable with any metadata within the system. So I'm going to browse by document type and select procedure, and I can drill down into further metadata. So from here, I can choose a department. I'll drill into manufacturing, and then you can further drill here by region. So I'll choose North America, and that pulls up basically, instead of having to go in and do a metadata search of selecting each of these metadata individually, it basically just does that search really quickly and shows you the results right here. So one of the features of this search results in Control Center is on the right side here. By clicking on a row, you can bring up what we call the Metadata Panel. And this shows useful information for this document. So you can see the thumbnail for the document. You can see some quick actions that you can take on this document, as well as the document's metadata. If I want to be able to come back to this document later, there's a few ways that I can do that. I can subscribe to the document, which this uses WebCenter's out-of-the-box subscription functionality, and it allows me to either subscribe to this document individually or use any group subscriptions that are configured within WebCenter. As you can see, I've already got a couple of those subscribed, but I want to subscribe to this document individually. So I'll click there, click Save, and it will save those settings. I can also favorite the document, which you can do through either the Add to Favorites action, or you can click the star to the left of an item in any search results, and that will add it to your favorites. So now if I go back to the dashboard, you can see in both the document subscriptions and favorites widgets, that item now appears. So now I'll have quick access to come back to those documents whenever I need to. Now let's go through the process of adding content to Control Center. Through the aptly named Add menu, you can choose any profile that you have configured within Control Center. I will go with a procedure. And from here, it pulls up a pretty standard check-in page, like I'm sure you're used to seeing in WebCenter using the profiles metadata. Before I upload the file, I want to pull up this file in Word. So this is the file that I'll be checking in, and I want to point out a couple things first. First of all, you can notice that these document metadata in the header are just listed as automatically populated, so there's no actual data there. But after I do the check-in, this header will automatically be updated with the relevant metadata. You can also see this procedure summary. This will, when I do the check-in, this procedure summary will automatically be parsed out of the document and put into the WebCenter metadata. So let's go ahead and do that check-in, and you'll be able to see those in action. This profile is also configured with our workflows to let you basically choose the users for each of the steps in this simple workflow. And these are type ahead fields. So if I start typing a name, you can see that my name shows up here. So I can quickly select it, which is also useful if you don't exactly remember the username for who you need to select. For sake of simplicity, I'll select myself for both of these steps. And now I will do the check-in. So first thing right away is that you can see that under the summary field, I didn't enter this when I was doing the check-in, but like I said, this has been pulled in from the document itself. And as it goes through Inbound Refinery, ControlCenter will automatically update the header with that metadata. If I go back to the dashboard, you can see that this item has now entered workflow and shows up in my Documents in Workflow widget. So I can, with one click, go right to the workflow review. And you can see here that the header has in fact been populated with the metadata that I selected. And in addition, there's a watermark on this document that will only appear while in workflow to, if this gets shared with anyone, to let them know that this is just a draft. So from here, I'm going to enter some comments for this workflow review and click approve. And now, since I set myself for both users, it has still gone back to me. So if I go back into the workflow on the next step, you can see that my comments that I made on the previous step are available for the next person in the workflow. There's also another type of review within ControlCenter called scheduled reviews. These don't happen when you check a document in. You can schedule these to happen anytime after the document is checked in. So if you have a document that needs to be reviewed every year, you can set it up so that the document will be queued for you to review every year. And from here, you can choose either if there are no changes necessary to the document, you can do that, or if you want the document to be expired, or if you want to check out and create a new revision, you can make your choice on that. And the scheduled reviews really help keep documents up to date within ControlCenter and helps prevent things from getting obsolete. So that will do it for this first demo. I'll be back in a little bit. Thanks again, Jason. The first thing that I want to show for our ControlCenter 2.0 enhancements are actually a couple of the widgets we have on the dashboard here. This popular documents and my recent documents, these widgets leverage Content Tracker, which is a core built-in component provided with WebCenter to show documents that are popular within ControlCenter and documents that you have recently checked in or viewed. The next feature is the ability to personalize your dashboard. If I click this Edit Dashboard icon, you can see that I've entered edit mode for my dashboard. From here, I can rearrange widgets. So if I want things to be laid out in a specific way, I can do that. You can change some properties of individual widgets. For instance, if I want to only show 3 popular items, I can change that. Or if I want a certain widget to be hidden all the time or only hide it if there are no documents in it, I can do that. So if I do that, you can see that the checked out documents widget isn't shown because there are no documents in it. You can also add new widgets to your dashboard. There are a few different types you can make. You can make a widget that shows documents from a certain group subscription. You can pin an individual item to your dashboard. You can save any search that you perform within ControlCenter and then create a widget out of those search results. Or you can make a widget that uses any text or HTML that you wish to enter in there. So I'm going to create a new group subscription widget. It lets me choose from the group subscriptions that I have. I'll choose this one and I can rename it. Create, and you can see that it creates that new widget. I can move it back over here. And you can do that if you have certain things that you want to see. You can create widgets to better personalize what you want to see when you go to Control Center. Admin users can also edit these widgets on a system-wide level. So this Welcome to Control Center widget was created by an admin. So you can see that for my personal dashboard, I'm not able to delete it. And the visibility of it has also been locked by the admin, so I can't hide it either. So if you have certain things that you want to be shown company-wide, you can configure them that way. The next thing that I want to show off are search filters. So if I do a quick search, you can see on the left that there are search filters. And these are pulled in from WebCenter. So just the same search filters that are configured within WebCenter. And they work as you would expect search filters to work. I can filter down the department to only show manufacturing. If I go back and show marketing, only the marketing items are shown. That helps with when you're doing your search to further narrow down to find what you're looking for. And the last thing that I want to show are discussions. So if I head to the content info page for an item, you can see there's this discussion window here. This leverages the built-in threaded discussions component and lets you create discussions for any content item in Control Center. You can see that it saves the time that you posted it, as well as what revision you were looking at when you posted this. And these discussions are also visible in the workflow review pane. So from over here, you can see the same discussion is available in workflow. There are more things that we added in 2.0, but that's all that I'll be showing today.